and clear. Your favorite beats always near. Tune in, tune up. Let the vibe begin. Overt Radio, spinning hits to win.
Good morning, listeners. This is Global News at 7. I'm Ibukun Osho. First, the highlight. Makinde has what it takes to unseat Tinubu in 2027 PDP chief train. INEC head calls for swift approval for electoral reforms. Sodolu lays conditions for possibly release of arrested native doctors. Prince William promises change to the monarchy when it becomes the king. NGX record makes trading as market capitalization hits 90.8 trillion. Now, the news in details. Makinde has what it takes to unseat Tinubu in 2027 PDP chief train. A veteran lawmaker and influential PDP figure, Honorable Abiodun Awoleye, believes Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde possesses the capability to steer the opposition party towards the defeating President Bola Tinubu in the next presidential election. Speaking from his Basharun Ibadan, owned during the Nigerian 65th Independent Commemoration, Awoleye praised the governor, political acumen, and administrative powers. Governor Makinde has shown rare political will and administrative strength. I strongly believe he has what it takes to reposition our great party and ensure we take back power at the national level, Awoleye said. The former legislator pointed to Makinde's track record of foster party cohesion in Oyo and implementing board-based governance as evidence of his potential transform the PDP nationally. Soludo lays conditions for possibly release of arrested native doctor. Governor Chukwuma Soludo of Anambra State has clarified the legal pathway required before any consideration can be given to freeing traditional practitioners currently facing criminal charges. 3 individuals, Chigozie Nwangu, known locally as Akawa Okuko, Tiwara Aki of Oba, Eke It of Okija, and Onyeze Jesus of Nkonkwo, has been in custody since February. Authorities accuse them of encouraging illicit wealth scheme, supplying ritual items to alleged offenders, and fostering false belief among young people about instant prosperity. When recent of Oba Nwangu community petitioned for his freedom during a national visit, citing his local prominence, Soludo made clear that judicial procedure must run their course. He said, "You are asking for the release of Akwa Okuko, but I want to say that there is a process. There is a process for me to follow, and there is a process for the court to follow too. Where we are now is the process of the court," Soludo said. INEC calls for swift approval of electoral reforms. Professor Muhammad Yakubu head of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), has pressed the National Assembly to quickly approve suggested changes to Nigeria's election regulation. Yakubu voiced it during Thursday session in Abuja with the European Union election observation follow-up mission to Nigeria, headed by Barra and Andrew, who previously led the European Union team for the 2023 polls. The INEC leader stressed the importance of the timely legislative updates to the Electoral Act. Yakubu voiced it during a Thursday session in Abuja with the European Union electional observation follow-up mission to Nigeria, headed by Barry Andrew, who previously led the European Union team for the 2023 poll. The INEC leader stressed the importance of timely legislative updates to the Electoral Act of Commissioner smooth preparation leading into the upcoming national votes. Uncertainty over the legal framework for the election can unsettle the work of the commissions as the election draws nearer, Yakubu said. NASS initiates new securities measures around Senate President Akapo office. The National Assembly has introduced update protocol to limit access in the victims of Senate President Godswill Akpabio workspace. Details of the change appeared in the document date October 2, endorsed by Etido Ekpo, the sergeant at aim for the Assembly. Ekpo specified that the aisle-way connecting the White House lobby to the Senate President area would from now on be limited to use the Senators and House of Representatives member alone. He clarified that support staffs and personal ideas would be banned from entering the routine. Alex Otiti sues former commissioner for defamation, 600 billion naira. Dr. Alex Otiti, the governor of Abia State, has initiated a lawsuit against Eze Chukwunayo, a former commissioner and attorney, seeking 100 billion in compensation for claim of reputational harm stemming for social media activities. Represented by his lawyer, Dr. Soni Ajala, a senior advocate of Nigeria, OTT alleged that Chika Nayo posted several harmful messages on Facebook, consistently label him as OTT and changing him with corrupt practices. OTT maintained that these claims were untrue and intended to damage his public standing. In correspondence, date October 2, 2025, the senior lawyer cautioned that the governor's standing had been brutally destroyed due to the offensive comments. The content appeared online for August through September, featuring heading like Alex Otiti is a confirmed criminal and disaster, and Alex Otiti is a confirmed criminal and congestional liar, looting governor. Foreign news. Prince William promised changes to the monarchy when he becomes the king. The King of Wales has hinted at introducing reforms to the British monarchy once he assumed the throne during what place official described as his most candid interview to date. Prince William made the remark in Windows while speaking with actor Levy for the Apple TV program, The Reluctant Traveler. During the conversation, Levy asked him directly about the future as king. He said, "I think it's safe to say that change is on my agenda." Prince Williams responded, "Change for good, and I embrace that. I enjoy the change. I don't fear it. That is the bit and excites me. And the idea of being able to bring some changes, not overly radical, but changes that I think needs to happen." Police identify Manchester synagogue attack. Police have identified the man behind the Thursday violence attack at the synagogue in Manchester at 35 years old Jamal Al-Shami, a British citizen of Syrian origin. According to the Greater Manchester Police (GMP), Al-Shami drove his car into the worshippers outside the Easton Park Hebrew Congregation Synagogue before stamping several people. 2 victims were killed, while 3 others were injured. The assaulted were fatally shot by the officers, who responded to the scene. Authorities confirmed that 3 additional suspects had been detained in the connection with the case and classified the incident as an act of terrorism. Prince Minister Saki Starmer condemned the assault, which coincided with Yom Kippur, Judaism's holiest day. Now to business news. NGX record mixed trading as market capitalization hits 90.8 trillion. The Nigeria exchange NGX closed Wednesday's trading section on a mixed note, with overall market activities showing decline in volume and turn on, but an improvement in the number of deals executed. Data from the NGX revealed that a total of 785.34 million shares, worth to 29.39 billion naira, were traded in 32,609 deals at the end of the section. This represented a 37% drop in volume and a 1% decline in turn-on compared to the previous day trading, though the number of deals rose by 17%, reflecting increased investors' activities. The exchange marketing capitalization currently stands at 90.8 trillion. Just before we go, don't forget it is advisable that you don't drink while driving to save your lives. You can follow us on our various social media platforms: X, Overt News NG, Instagram, Overt News, Facebook, Overt News, TikTok, Overt News TV. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Overt Radio. To end this news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Makinde has what it takes to unseat Tinubu in 2027 PDP chief train. INEC heads call for swift approval of electoral reforms. Soludo lays conditions for possible release of arrested native doctors. Prince William promised to change the monarchy when it becomes the king. NGX record mixed trading as market capitalization hits 90.8 trillion. That ends the global news at 7, broadcasted and complied by Kenneth Afford. To contact the news and send a message to overtradio@gmail.com. I'm Ibukun Osho. Stay tuned for more programs.